Let's get more on this. Philip Yun is coming live from San Francisco now as Executive Director of the Ploughshares Fund, American-based security policy think tank. Philip, thanks again for your time. What do you think is going on here?
Well, right now we have to take the North Korean threats very seriously. It's easy to get lost in all of this rhetoric, but I think the bottom line is that the threats that North Korea are making right now over the short term, they can't really fulfill. The whole notion of a preemptive nuclear strike, North Korea does not have the capability, and in fact, they're not suicidal. They realize that any kind of preemptive strike would really cause them to cease to exist. What's happening here is threefold. They're ratcheting up the rhetoric because for domestic purposes, Kim Jong-un is able to consolidate his power, and under a war footing, it's much easier to control their population. The second thing is more internationally. They're testing the international community right now. We have new governments in China, new government in Japan, South Korea, and the security team in the United States is all new. So North Korea basically is testing to see how far they can push the international community to get concessions. And finally, I think we have to take North Korea at their word that they want a nuclear weapons program. And so all of this ratcheted up rhetoric, countermeasure is really a justification for them continuing on the path they are with respect to nuclear weapons.
I know you've studied this in some detail and you've been to North Korea, I know, and met the father of the current leader. Surely, as Damien was pointing out in his piece, the worry is that there is so much room for miscalculation on all sides.
No, I think that's absolutely right. While there is very little chance that something, something very calculated in terms of a strike of some kind is going to happen, there is room for miscalculation, especially in this circumstance when you've got B-52s, B-2s, the rhetoric that's going on from North Korea. I think there is something that we have to be concerned. It is something we have to be concerned about. Also, even though they may not intend to do anything, this guy, Kim Jong-un, is only 30 years old. He may make a mistake. So this is something that we have to be very deliberate about, very cautious, and very watchful and calibrate it very carefully.
Philip Yun from the Ploughshares Fund, thank you.